Hi guys, my name is Jenna. I'm a personal trainer and group fitness instructor at the University of Iowa Recreational Services. Today I'm giving you just about a half-hour abs and glutes class. I teach this class in the mornings at the rec center. Of course, we all know during this time, this video is being recorded during the COVID outbreak in 2020. So my goal of this class is to get you moving and also just to give you a taste of what the abs and glutes class is like. We do focus mostly on glutes. We do a ton of lower body, I would say about 70%. And then the other 30% is our core work. Although I truly believe that your glutes are an important part of your core. They are right there next to your torso and really help with your spinal alignment and strength. So whenever I teach abs and glutes, I'm going to do it the same as today. We're going to start with mobility. We're going to do a little high intensity interval training to get our heart rate up. And then we will move into our straight sets, followed by a cool down. So for today's workout, it's nice to have a mat and also weights. Weights are not necessary, and I know that not everyone has dumbbells, but if you have dumbbells, it's awesome. You can have dumbbells ranging from 5 pounds for beginners. If you're advanced, 20s, even 25s may be good for the squats that we do later. So let's start with a warm-up. We're going to start with a standing knee march. Good. Alternate hugging knee to chest. So just a forewarning, I am 28 weeks pregnant right now. Okay, so everything is this is going to be an all levels type class. Good. So alternating marching knee, squeeze your knee in tight to your chest. Awesome. We're going to take this into just a basic body weight curtsy squat, which is squatting down low, alternating sides, back knee behind you. As you do this, you're going to try to keep your hips square. Good. Just side to side. Good, and we're going to be coming back to the curtsy squat later today. So this is just starting to work those outer hips, right where your IT band is. Next one we're going to do is an air squat with rotation. So feet will be outside of hips. You're going to come down to your squat, rotate and open. Good, and if you can, taking your gaze behind you. Good, so about 30 seconds is really all we need through each of these movements. I'll turn to the side so you can see I'm really rotating through my thoracic spine. Good. Normally in class, we're blaring the music. So this time the music we'll just have to imagine. Good. The next warm up, the very last one, is going to be what I call a hurdle lift. So you're going to lift one knee up and over a hurdle, tap behind you, up and over that hurdle and back. You're going to stick with that leg. Okay, same leg, up and over, up and back, working on balance. Also hip mobility. This is something that track athletes do before they run the hurdles, is practice opening that hip up and back, bringing it forward. And the reason this is important for our glutes class is, of course, we're using that glute medius there on the side. And back, let's take it to the other side. Up and over your hurdle tap, up and over back. Good. So if you have difficulty with balance on this one, you can place your hand on a wall. Back, up and over. We're going to revisit this one too. And back, up and over, and back. Good. Sticking with that. Good. Awesome. So we're just going to go back to the beginning. We're going to run through each one about 15 seconds, standing knee marches. And then we're ready to launch into our first round of a little bit of a high intensity interval training. Good, and then after this one, alternating curtsy squat both sides. Try to keep that chest up, abs braced. Even though that's hard for me to demo with such a baby in my belly. Good, but we can still work on hugging our core in, even as we curtsy side to side. Good, little to no rest. Back to your air squat, standing rotation. Look behind you. Good. Maybe even getting lower this time. Starting to feel our body warm up. Awesome. Start on that right leg. Balance, hurdle taps. This time we're just going to take 3 on each side. Back. Tap. Back. Good. 3 on the other side. So we're preparing for this high intensity interval cycle that will come up. Good, and then back to center. So for our high intensity interval cycle, we're gonna go for about 35 seconds for each exercise. I'm gonna set my little timer here. We have 35 seconds of work followed by 15 seconds of rest. All right, our first exercise is gonna be rocket squats, then we have plank jacks. Don't worry, I'll walk you through all of them, okay? So for our rocket squats, we go down a third, a third, a third, and then we pop back up. So third, 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 shoot up out of it. That's beginner. Third, third, third. Squat jump if you're more advanced. We have that for 35 seconds. Then we'll rest 15. After that, we've got plank jacks. You're gonna come down for a quarter. Strong plank. You're gonna jack those feet out and in. That's advanced. Beginner. You can alternate side tap those feet. Stay in your plank. After that, glute bridges. Pretty self-explanatory. And then followed by a skater. We've got 2 rounds, all right? So we're starting here in 3, 2, 1. Rocket squats. Third, third, third. Explode. Good. So we've only got 30 seconds in high intensity interval training. 30 or 35 seconds. So you want to go hard, even if you're standing up out of it. Good. Third, 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 and down. We've only got 10 seconds left. Up. We're jumping. Good. So this is our glutes, right? Abs and glutes. Last one, rest. 15 seconds to recover. Make sure that your mat is ready. We've got 5 seconds. Come down to our plank jacks. Spread those hands apart. And here we go. 35 seconds. Try to stay in your plank. Awesome. So option, tapping out, okay? Just keep tapping. Other option is just holding plank. You can even hold plank with your knees down. All right, I'm right there with you. I'm 28 weeks pregnant. Playing super hard right now. Good, keep on going. We've only got 5 seconds. Good, and rest. Good, coming on into our glute bridges. So feet hip width apart, abs and glutes. We just did glutes first, abs second, back to glutes. Laying down, feet hip width. Here we go, starting. You're gonna go up and squeeze. So you want your heels pretty close to the bottom of your hips. And you also don't want to overdo this back bend. So it's not like yoga where we're lifting as high as we can. We're just really going to a straight lower back and where we feel the bottom of the glutes really, really engage. Good, we're almost there, 10 seconds left. Drive those heels into the ground. Good, last one, squeeze it and down. 15 seconds to transition. Our last one is gonna be a skater, okay? So a skater is a side-to-side hop, planting off your outside leg. If that's too hard, you can side step together. So you can turn the jump into a step. Starting in 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Side to side movement. You're gonna work the outer hip of the glutes. You can swing your arms. Good. I have to say, doing this on carpet is even better. It lessens the impact. If it's too much, you're stepping together side to side, still using the arms if you can. Okay? Good. We only got 10 seconds left. Keep it going. And rest. Great work. Okay, heart rate is up a little bit. We have one more round of high intensity stuff until we get to straight sets. So I know the glute bridges aren't super high intense, but it's important to get that activation in our glutes before we start doing some of the squatting and other stuff we'll do afterwards. So grab a quick drink. Okay, we're gonna get started here in 10 seconds. All right, here we go. Back to rocket squats in 3, 2, 1. Third, 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 explode. Good. Or squat jump. Maybe you don't jump, but you come up on your toes. You're still emulating that jumping movement. Good. Nice. There's no competition for how high you go. You're just pushing yourself. Last 3 seconds, last one. Good, rest. 15 seconds. Take a quick recovery. Plank jacks or plank step outs, abdominals. Here we go. Come on down. Starting now. 35 seconds on the clock. Keep your gaze forward. Spread those fingers apart. Option, take your alternating taps, but don't lose your plank. You got it, I'm right there with you. 10 seconds left. Another option is just holding a strong plank for 3, 2, 1. Woo, we get to come down to glute bridges. But we don't want to rest in glute bridges. If you have a booty band or a hip circle, you can place that around your hips here before we get to those bridges. Come on down. Starting in 3, 2, 1. 35 seconds to really activate the glutes. Keep your belly in, even as you're lifting those hips to the sky. Okay? Think about that area where your hamstrings and your glutes meet. We call that kind of the under booty, the very bottom. Really, really important to activate that area. Good. We've got about 5 more. Let's do 3, 2, and 1. Good. Quick roll up. Very little time to transition. 10 seconds, and we're into side-to-side skater or wide step. Starting in 3, 2, 1. Good. So this is our last hit of abs and glutes. Really working on pressing off that outer foot to activate that outer hip. Here we go. Okay. Low impact people, option. Stay low, use your arms. Big side step. Okay, doesn't have to be a jump. Good, last 3, 2, 1. Awesome. We made it through the hip portion of the class. We are on to straight sets. So a lot of these straight sets, you do not need weight, okay? If you want to add weights, totally optional. grab a drink. We're gonna do trisets, 3 exercises. Our first exercise, we have only 7. We're gonna take that hurdle leg and combine it with a curtsy squat and up and over. If that's too challenging for your balance, you hurdle, tap your foot down, regain your balance, and then curtsy squat, tap your foot down, and hurdle. So you can use the toe tap. All right, so here we go. Let's start on our right side with the moving leg. 7, hurdle, curtsy, hurdle, together. This is all about the glutes. Curtsy low, together. 5 more. Together. Good. And together, this is the last 3. Keep your chest up when you're down there. Last 2, curtsy low. Together, last 1. Curtsy low. Together. Awesome, straighten to the other side. Hurdle, if you need to use that tap, you can tap. Good, so we're hurdling into the curtsy squat and we're hurdling out. Good, 5 more. Here we go. 4, and hurdle. 3, balance. 2, last 1. 1, curtsy low, and balance. Awesome. We are into frog pumps. Frog pumps are exactly like bridge. In fact, glute bridges are a great modification if you can't do these. Let's say you have tight inner thighs. You're going to enter your bridge, laying down on your back, but you're actually going to take the soles of your feet together like in butterfly, okay? We have 12 reps of these. Bring your hips close to your heels. The thighs are very far out, hands along your side. You're going to lift and bridge, squeeze your glutes, and down while keeping the knees out nice and wide. There's 2. 3, we have 12 of these. Squeeze those glutes together. Press those feet together. Keep the knees wide. There's 6, we're halfway. Half second pause at the 7, at the top. 8, 9, woo, that's 10, 11, last one, and 12. Awesome. Roll yourself up to sitting. Woo. So those are both glutes. Our last one, we have 20 bicycles. You can do them with me. Some people call these cross crawl. Abs, arms behind your head, elbows wide, taking opposite elbow to knee. We do these all the time in abs and glutes. Here we go. We've got 20 of them. All right? Good. So I'm doing these with you, even though I'm pregnant, but I will show you a nice modification, which is also great for pregnancy, is just lower ab marching, okay? So you're doing your 20 bicycles, but you don't have to do the arms. So of course, those of you that want to ramp it up to full bicycle, do it with me. Counting each side, all right? Here we go, last 3, 2, 1, and release. Awesome. Great work. So we're going to do this one more time through. We're going to work on curtsy squat again. We're going to remove the hurdle leg and add weight. So if you don't have weight, you can stick with the 7 reps with the hurdle leg. Okay, if you do have weights, and I actually have 15-pound dumbbells here, so pretty good amount. You're going to hold the weights to your side. We're going to take all 7 on one side, all 7 on the other. So let's start with the right leg. 1, together. Good. 2, you can also do this body weight. 3, 4, good, all about the hip mobility. 5, 6, 7, good. Switching sides, okay? Normally I don't program a whole lot of curtsy squats, but for abs and glutes, totally I include them for that outer hip. Here we go, let's go 7, 6. If you've got the dumbbells, they're right at your sides. 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. 1, awesome. Dumbbells down. We know what's next in our tricep. We've got frog lifts and bicycles, okay? So taking your time in these, straight sets are a little bit different than high intensity interval. You should accommodate time for your body to recover, grab a drink of water between each set, because you don't want to start a set overly fatigued. You want to be fresh. All right, here we go. We can set up. Making sure, taking your time to enter this one, soles of the feet really pressing together, knees wide. In yoga, they call this reclined bound angle pose, and they just hold this position in yoga. All right, sides of the body long, arms along your sides. Here we go, 12 lifts. 1, 2, squeeze those glutes at the top. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Feel strong in that back body. Last one. 12. Woo! Relax. We know we can stay here. Bicycles are next. Catch your breath. Take your elbows super wide. And here we go. Your count of 20, counting 1 per side. Good. Good. I'm going to switch to that modification for pregnancy. You can stick with the regular bicycle. Awesome. Another great option is to keep the knees bent throughout your bicycles. Okay, making the bicycles way harder is to completely extend that bottom leg. We're almost there. Last 3, 2, 1. Awesome. Straight sets number 1 complete. Grab a drink of water if you need it. We're going into our second round of straight sets. We will have 2 of them. Our first one will be sumo squat. So you can do sumo squats weighted or unweighted. The reason we do sumo squats a lot in glutes class is when you do a regular squat, you recruit a lot of the quad muscles. In fact, the squat is just a great all-around lower body exercise. When we take our feet slightly wider, turn our toes out, when we come down into the squat, we are using more of those glutes and inner thighs instead of so much top of the thigh. So that's why you see a lot of sumo squats in all of these glute workouts, okay? So weighted or unweighted, we've got 12 sumos. At the end, we're gonna hold our sumo squat for a good 10 seconds, okay? So grabbing your weights, they can be heavy or light. Step your feet out wide. If you've got the dumbbells, they're gonna go to the inside of your legs, obviously. Okay, here we go. 1, keep your chest up. 2, full extension of the legs on the way up. 3, 4, 5, 6, we're halfway there. 7, keep driving your knees out in line with your toes. 8, 9, 10, 11, last one. 12, awesome. If you have the weights, set the weights down. Good. Hands can be at your heart. Hands can be crossed on your chest. We're going to come down to an isometric hold and really work the muscles that we just worked. Holding, chest lifted, abs in for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Slowly come out of it. So if you're at home, combining the reps with the isometric hold, good way to feel that burn. Woo, my inner thighs felt that one. So the next one we're gonna do is clamshells. The important thing in this is that we find a good tabletop position and we don't lose it. Come down to all fours. We're gonna start with that left leg. Find a nice tabletop, long spine. Keep your belly button straight down to the floor. All right, we've got 10 lifts. Left knee stays 90 degrees, okay? 9, 8, lifting it as high as you possibly can. Good, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Awesome. Let's take our 10 to the other side. I'll go ahead and rotate for you. 1. Counting our way back up. 2. All the way to 10. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. Go ahead and take a rest. So clamshells are not going to really feel like a power lift. There's not a ton of weight going on, but I think they're really hard because of my limited hip mobility. You may struggle with limited hip mobility. So we're not just working on flexible hips, we're working on contracting the muscle and taking the knee out as far to the side as we can. We want to increase that range of motion. So our last superset is going to be 12 down dog tap backs. This is for our abs. So you're going to come into downward facing dog position to start. We're going to rock forward to a solid plank, and then every time we reach back, we're going to tap opposite hand, opposite ankle. Okay, 1, 2, we've got 12 of them. 3, pull your belly button in. 4, throughout the whole movement. 5, 6, 7, go back in that full down dog. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Awesome. Come on down. Take a breather. We've got one more round through that. All right. So those down dog tap backs I really like. We're rocking through to plank, but they are mostly safe even during my stage of pregnancy. So when I teach abs and glutes, a lot of the abdominal exercises I can still do, they're just modified. All right, we've got one more time through. Let's do 12 sumo squats. If you have to go down and wait, that's totally fine. I'm gonna grab my thighs this time. My inner thighs were burning last time. So heels in, toes out, okay? It's really important when you come down in a sumo stance is that your knees and your toes are facing the same direction. Here we go. 1, 2, we'll pick up the pace this time. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, we got it, guys. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, amazing job. Place those weights off to the side. Isometric hold, I didn't forget about it. Come on down. Good. Imagining you're Bruce Lee or you're some kung fu fighter, okay? A lot of martial arts people train isometrics, which is just holding and gaining the strength here. For last 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. Strong thighs. Let's go to those clamshells. Come on down, tabletop position. Good, so we don't want our hips to shift side to side. No hip shifts. Keep those hips stable, abs stable. Here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, keeping that knee 90 degrees. 3, 2, 1. Good. Just switching straight to that other side. We'll count back up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We got 2 more, guys. Here we go. 9. Keep your gaze forward. And 10. Woo! Amazing. 12 downward facing dog tap backs. Remember, in downward facing dog, it's not a pose where you relax your abs. In down dog, you gotta be pulling that belly button in your spine. Hard for me to demo when I got a baby in my tummy, but I'm still trying to hug everything to my midline, okay? Here we go. Starting in downward facing dog. Find that good position, feet are hip width apart. We rock forward to plank and reach back. Opposite arm, opposite foot. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, last one, reach back and tap, 12, plank and down. Amazing job. We're going to end with a little mobility. So this class was certainly shorter than a typical abs and glutes class at the rec center. We used a little barbells to add even more weight, but this gives you a good taste of the class flow. We're going to come into our 90-90 position. So both knees are going to be bent 90 degrees. You can use your hands behind you to keep your torso upright. You're going to turn both knees at 90 degrees to one side, okay? Then you're going to rotate and twist. Bring your chest down ever so slightly. Press this front shin into the floor. Lift up, hands behind, rotate. Keep your knees 90-90. Good. Press that front shin into the floor. Chest can come down over that knee any amount. This is very similar to pigeon stretch. And back. So we're going to pick it up a little bit. Rotate, down, press that shin into the ground, up, rotate, make sure the hips are both knees 90-90, down, and rotate. Do a few more of these with me at your own pace. Good. So it's good to really internally rotate that leg, that knee down, especially when we did sumo squats, clamshells, and a lot of things with our knees out to the side. It's good to have that balance. Let's do one more either side. Good. When you come to your second side, you're going to hold, okay? And all you're going to do is rotate your hips forward. You're going to keep that shin across the front of the mat. And basically what we're doing is we're coming into pigeon stretch, right? So I'm on my left side. You may be on your right. It's totally okay. And we're just going to come down and stretch that outer hip. If you can't come down to your forearms, it's totally fine. Just stretching. A lot of people take pigeon upright pretty much the whole time. It's great for people working on the splits, actually. And if this is too much, stay in it if you can hold it. But if this is too much, you know, thread the needle is the same thing as pigeon, okay? We're just trying to hit that outer glute. Awesome. So come out of it. A good way to come out of a regular pigeon is just to step back to all fours or even downward facing dog and then switch sides. Pigeon other side. We don't normally hold these stretches for too long at the end of class. We just do them to help with recovery and reduce soreness. So we're really only holding for 30 seconds. Just relax. Good. Come out of that pigeon. We're just going to do a pike. It's a forward fold. Both legs in front of you, both legs somewhat straight. I like to move the flesh of my buttocks kind of out of the way, so I really have a great hip hinge forward, and then grabbing anywhere alongside your feet or your ankles. Don't worry about reaching your ankles. You're just coming down and getting a stretch along your lower back and the back of the body. This is our second to last stretch. Okay, all for the posterior chain. Drop your head. Just release those hammies. Good, and then come on up, last stretch, reverse tabletop. Let's hit those abs, lift the hips, good. Just finding some extension in the body. And down. Awesome. You guys, that was a sampling of abs and glutes. I can't wait when the rec center reopens to be back at it, working glutes and abs with you. I hope if you've never done it before, when we reopen, you come check out the class as well. And I hope everyone is staying safe and healthy. And hopefully I will see you all soon. Thank you so much for doing this workout with me.